Today on the channel, we head straight for the Motor City with the Marvel Legends Hasbro PulseCon exclusive, Detroit Steel.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Marvel Legend Hasbro PulseCon Detroit Steel exclusive. But for all your non-Hasbro Pulse exclusive needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there, and he still may, Detroit Steel that is, be available on Hasbro Pulse. He didn't sell out quite right off the bat. You could maybe still find him over there, so if you're looking for him, that'd be the first place to look. After that, maybe eBay, and I am sure eventually maybe the Entertainment Earths of the world will get him. We'll see what happens with that. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this figure was debuted at San Diego Comic-Con. They had a little breakfast thing. I was very lucky to attend that one. And I got to see Detroit Steel for the first time with my very two eyes at that breakfast, amongst eating some bacon and some sausage and some eggs and some hash browns, things like that. But Detroit Steel, a character I am not very familiar with. I think he's from the 2010 or so, 2011 time frame. And I didn't even know if he was a hero or a villain, but I did a little quick research, and it seems he is a villain, which is kind of cool there. And we do know this is a lot of reuse here. We did get the Ironmonger 2-pack way back in the day. What is time? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but it is a reuse of that with a few new bells and whistles that I think I'm going to really enjoy, and you guys might enjoy as well. But without further ado, let's take a trip to the old Motor City. Let's see what's up with Detroit Steel right here. Shout out to Detroit, shout out to Little Caesars, shout out to the Detroit Red Wings, shout out to good friend of the channel, Jeff George, shout out to Alice Cooper while we're at it, and we go on for days if we needed to, but looking good here with the old Detroit Steel. I like the packaging on this, a little bit of a weight to it, but nice compact box, very, very colorful as you can see here. Got the red, white, and blue shining bright, looking really good. What is that at the top? Marvel Legends 2023. I like that they did that like a comic book, looking good. Little glamour shot on the side, looking nice. A little like blueprint drawings over there, Marvel Legend on the bottom. And then on the back here, we got all kinds of fun going on. We got a little glamour shot. We got a little tail of the tape, how tall he is. And we got a lot of jibber jabber down low, and then the Marvel Legends logo up top as well. So without further ado, let's get down to business. Let's get down to Detroit Steel, see what's going on out there. And got a nice little box. See you later, goodbye. And now we get down to business. We got parchment paper, gotta have it. Gotta love it too. We gotta love the parchment paper prison. A lot going on in here. Just get it all out. Cardboard, looking good. See you later, watch out, Lemmy. My boy Lemmy was right there. He got out of there before he got the see you later on the backside. See you later, Spider-Man style, goodbye. Frisbee, see you later, goodbye once again. We got like a grocery bag here. What do we got going on? It's big, big grocery bag. That's a big one. Gonna knock the phone down with this one. Bam! See you later. Right through the uprights. How about that? Sign me up. Any team want to sign me, I'm ready. I'm available. I'm available. I work cheap. I work cheap, as you guys can see. There it is. See you later. Goodbye, and let's get down to business. Maybe Detroit monkey business is what we're getting down to here. Let's see what's going on. Detroit Steel looking good, and we do get some pieces with him. We get some effect pieces, always nice. Nice kind of orangish color, of course, looking like a fire blast going on. Got a nice tail on this one, and then a very traditional blast effect we've seen numerous times right there. And then we do get these little fins going on here, and that's where things get really confusing. Yes, they get really confusing. And I only got 3 fins, is that correct? And I just dropped one on the floor, right down to the carpet, so the carpet's going to enjoy that. I got it, but it looks like these 2 pieces do clamp on the front. I probably should have looked at this stuff, but I guess I didn't know they weren't attached, but looks like they attach right there at the top fairly easily. I don't have any issues here so far. So far, so good, as they do say. And then it looks like there's a spot for one more on this side over here, so okay. All fits together pretty good. I guess I didn't need instructions. it is what it is. We get a little bit of fins up there. I guess that helps him turn directions and all kinds of stuff like that. Sure, why not? Why not? But let's take a look at this one. Of course, looks and feels very much like the Ironmonger, but feels very, very different. Almost reminds me of, you guys remember the Savage Dragon, and if you don't, oh, 90s goodness, the Savage Dragon. Still going on today. I love me some Savage Dragon, especially the toys. But yeah, what was that one guy, was it like the Patriot, the Iron Patriot, or it was just straight up Patriot, I think. But he always kind of had this feel to him as well. So I kind of like that red, white, and blueness. And it doesn't feel like this is a villain figure either. This feels like he could be a Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a costume. This guy just bleeds the United States is what it looks like. So I don't know, very interesting. Maybe I'll want to dive in and look into the character a little bit more. We'll see what happens there. But a big, big bruiser of figure. You guys know me, I love a big figure, and that's exactly what this one is here. Got that star right on the top of his head, very Captain America-like. You got the red outline and then the big yellow eyes. That you can't miss those yellow eyes. Got a blue and red around the mouth. Big old head on him, of course, as we've seen. Big chest. You got that repulsor, whatever you want to call this thing, right in the middle. Very Iron Man-esque. You got pipes going all over the place, and it looks like these even move. What do we got here? We got kind of this layover on the top. I guess it's not removable, but there is some movement out of this if you need to. You got the pipes. You got some more stars going on right there. Got the fins we talked about. We also got the blaster here. You got some yellow missiles ready to shoot out, but they do not shoot out. You got some kind of exhaust on the back here. Very Detroit-like. Of course, the Motor City, as we've mentioned. Looking good, and then very Ironmonger-esque across the board here, but the big old arms here, and you got the pistons in the arms, the back and the front, and then you got the pistons in the back into the arms. We've seen that before. Got the big old stars right over here, very Captain America once again. It almost feels like this could be Captain America in this armor, or Captain America's partner or something, but it is not. But big old arms on this guy, and then the newness here with this one, and then the same old problems with the old one is you move the arms up, you lose it out of these joints. I really hated that on the Ironmonger. That was probably my biggest thing I didn't like about the Ironmonger. Same thing with this one. You move the arms too much, he falls right out of there. So that is a little bit of a bummer. But we do get this big old Gatling gun right here, and it does actually turn. You got some bullets hanging out there, so it's just a big old firing weapon. And then, of course, you can put the blast effect on there, and it's got room all the way around, so if you get little blast effects, you could line the whole thing with blast effects if you really wanted to. But I like this big old weapon here. I don't think it is removable. It is not removable, so make note of that. Big old claw hands on this one, so definitely different hands than Ironmonger. There's no doubt about it on that. And then once again, you move this arm around it, bam, you fall right out of those pistons. So really annoying. I'd almost rather just not even have those there, because that just, I don't know, it irks me. It irks me, that's what I'm going to say. But one thing that doesn't irk me, like a young Jesse James Dupree of Jackal, shout out to Jackal, just a lumberjack, baby. And they got a lot of good songs. And one of these days, I'll explain to you how Kyle got in big trouble in 1992 when Jackal came on the scene, and I got the cassette tape and I brought it to school with a copy of Rip Magazine. Oh, shout out to Rip Magazine. And it all got confiscated by the teacher, sent to the principal's office, all that kind of fun stuff. Never got that magazine back. I did get the cassette tape back, though. I did get that, but they didn't like some of the lyrics in Jesse James Dupree's vocals in some of the album there. But hard times if you've been there, and we'd all been there, especially if you're a kid in the 80s and 90s. I'm sure you were been there. But we did get a chainsaw, long story short, like a young Jesse James Dupree from Jackal. But a very cool one, a chainsaw. I mean, it's just a rudimentary, but just like sadistic and crazy weapon. Can you imagine this guy slicing and dicing with a razor blade? That too. But also a chainsaw. Just absolutely next level. I am here for these two weapons, and these two weapons, to me, really make this Detroit Steel. I love the looks of these. I think they look really, really cool. Once again, we got these stars all over this one. Very America feeling to this. And then you get down to the legs. You got some of those pistons going on once again on the sides of the legs. You got the pistons on the side down here. Big old stance on him. He does got a peg hole on him, but I just don't foresee needing a stand for this guy. He is a bruiser, but he will stand. He is a big, big dude. Articulation, you get some movement out of the head. Now, this guy isn't going to be Spider-Man, that is for sure. You do get single-jointed elbows that do move. Very tight joints on here. Arms go all the way around if you need them to. Is there a bicep? Oh, yeah, there's a nice hidden bicep cut in there. I'm here for that. Hands do move side to side, but they are limited with the big Gatling gun and the chainsaw, but you do get movement out of the sides there. Should have waist articulation. Yep, waist articulation. Big old splits, not really. If you need them, you got some splits there. We do get single jointed knees. You do get a little bit of side to side of the legs. Ankles, nothing really there. You do get a little bit of movement on the leg or on the feet there, but not a whole lot of movement. But once again, this is not Spider-Man at the end of the day, as we do know. But a very big chunk of plastic, but with that comes a big price point of $50+. Even more if you have to pay shipping if you're not a Pulse member, I guess, and I would really recommend that if you buy a lot of stuff. That free shipping really does pay for itself over time. But a good looking figure here, a bit of a deep cut. I don't know how well it would go at retail, so I think it is good as a Hasbro PulseCon exclusive. However, it did not sell out at Hasbro PulseCon day one, so I wouldn't say it's a failure by any means, but I think that tells you kind of the popularity of the character and what it all kind of works out to be. If this did go to retail, mass retail, might struggle, especially at the high price point. We even saw Ironmonger go on clearance back in the day. So, very cool. I'm just happy we get stuff like this, and it's always fun to get a new character, no matter what toy line it is. Some fresh blood in the line. I'm definitely here for that. Even if it is a repaint, and if here is the Ironmonger we saw before. Same old song and dance, just a few differences here. But if I'm choosing, I'm picking Detroit Steel. I like the color combination better, and I love the chainsaw. I love the Gatling gun. A lot better than what we got over here, but it is one character to another. And smart reuse out of the Hasbro Marvel Legends team. You got to get the most out of your molds at the end of the day, as we do know. So Detroit Steel coming in extra hot. Shout out to Detroit. There you go. But what say you guys and gals out there? What are your thoughts on old Detroit Steel? A must-have for you, a favorite of yours? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know your favorite artist from Detroit. There you go. Put that in the comments too. But also, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day on both YouTube channels. Yes, we got 2 YouTube channels. Check out both of them. Subscribe to both of them. All that fun song and dance. Also, don't forget about the old Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, you name it. All going on over there at the old Patreon channel. Best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel, ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for the Ironmonger and Detroit Steel 2, I am Kyle. See you all real soon.